When the clock strikes 8:30, babe, time to head for Chris's house. Will the song make it to the next round?
Oh no.
Pot of thunder. Let's pot tonight. Come on, baby, let's pot tonight.
Oh yeah. Welcome to Pot of Thunder, the recognized symbol of excellence in rock and roll podcasting, brought to you by Blue Microphones. They look great. They sound even better. Every time I say that, I'm no more than 3 inches from this beautiful bluebird. Oh,
It is lovely.
yeah, I can't get enough of it, even after all these years. Look at that thing. Beautiful.
There's still a spark on that side of the room.
Mm-hmm. It's not going away anytime soon. Well, you know who I am. Come on now.
Slow down, Andy. Don't
That's
you hurt
right.
yourself, or you go to the glue factory. Slow
Yep.
down, Andy.
Sure, buddy, Andy, America's little brother. As always, joined by that man over there. We heard from him, but now we're going to see him dance.
Better move this box out of the way.
Yes!
More on that later.
Polka dancing his way across the podcast studio. Welcome to the program. The one, the only, Nick Polak.
Good evening, young gentlemen and ladies out there.
Yeah, there's ladies.
I'm
like,
sure.
Yeah.
Well, I know there are some.
Well,
I'm sure even more than we're aware of.
That's what I think, based on no factual evidence.
Didn't we, like, last year just decide one episode was going to be Ladies' Night randomly?
Yeah,
I don't recall that.
we
but
did have a conversation
We
about
just
that.
said it was Ladies' Night for
Yeah.
no reason. I think we'll say that tonight.
Well,
too.
it was one of those things where we just predicted that whatever the song was going to turn it into that. But I don't think we followed up on that or even
Well,
paid attention to what the song was.
I'm gonna predict it tonight.
Okay, tonight is Ladies' Night.
In some way, somehow,
Mm-hmm.
the ladies will enjoy this episode in particular.
All right. Well, they're going to enjoy this next segment
Well,
because directly
I think predictions already fulfilled here.
directly to Nick's left, you own him. We got him.
I think we need a gunslinger, somebody tough to tame this town. I think we need a gunslinger, and there'll be justice all around.
Put your hands together for the breakout star of the podcast, Medium. That is Chris L., and we are Pot of Thunder. Welcome to the show. Chris, what's going on?
So this is a big week. I mean, when this show comes out, we'll be two days after Slow Down Andy's big race on November 5th. So we've got some Slow Down Andy news, which we skipped that last week, but we can't do it
Will
this
we have
week.
news today?
We do. Well, yeah, this weekend.
Well, hold on.
Play the rock guitar, rockin' like a magic kiss. Rock and roll is the rap music with that sable analog ass. Whip the race, horse's 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 ass.
Yeah, whoever his jockey is going to be whipping on Slow Down Andy's ass because, like I said, the race will be 2 days over with by the time this episode comes out. But as we're recording it, it's 2 days in the future.
Yeah.
And listen to this. Headline, Breeders' Cup Dirt Mile, Slow Down Andy at his best.
Oh, yeah.
Slow Down Andy is getting faster just in time for the $1 million Breeders'
Ooh.
Cup Dirt Mile.
$1 million.
He was
Yep.
playing possum, apparently.
He's getting ready. I mean, forget this 1.5 billion Powerball. I think the smart money is on Slow Down Andy and the Butt Dirt Mile.
How do we bet on him?
What kind of oversized clothing do they wear at the Dirt Mile? Usually it's the oversized hats over at the Kentucky Derby.
Yeah, that's true. What do they wear?
There's got to be some
Giant
sort of
gloves or something.
some sort of gimmicky apparel.
Yeah.
I'd say, given the name of the race, probably, pants that are baggy in the seat area would be my guess.
Hammer pants, like
Relaxed fit jeans on everybody.
Oh, Nick's taking it to another level. Where like the end of the crotch is at the knees, the MC Hammer pants.
yeah, like
yeah.
genie pants or
Yeah.
whatever those are based
would
on.
work. Sure. Yeah.
Take a big dump right in your own pants. It's good. The ideal pants for any horse race. All right, well, that's good news.
Yeah, I mean, by the time this episode comes out, people will know the result. But going into it, can't get much more a much more ringing endorsement for a racehorse than is getting faster.
It's really all you want.
He's
in
gonna
advance
win.
of it.
If he was fast already and he's getting faster, I got an idea. Let's figure this out. And because I'm going to say it, we should do it. We've got a little money in the kitty. The pot of thunder.
Should we throw down a few bucks?
We throw $100 in.
I'm good with that. Let's go to that OTB over off the Bishop Ford. We can make it happen.
I mean, there's probably a way to even do it online. I'll look
I'm
into
sure
it, yeah.
there is. Or just go to one of these sports books nearby, one of the casino,
Yeah.
Hard Rock Casino.
$100 out of the pot of thunder account.
Just slap it down. Winning, just a win, not a trifecta.
No, yeah, he's
Just
got to
a
be the winner.
straight up win.
Straight up win. We're not doing any of
No
those.
I'm good with
placing.
that.
Yeah.
Throw down in.
All right, it's happening. We're going to figure that out tomorrow.
Well, let's to figure out who's going to go over with $100 bill and place
Yes.
the bet.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. It's happening. Is it
Probably
happening?
do it.
It's happening.
Probably do it on one of the million apps that you can download.
Shit called DraftKings or something.
probably
I don't know.
do it
They got
on there.
horses on there.
Yeah, but we live in proximity. We're not in the middle of fucking Oklahoma here. We live in the proximity of several betting houses. Might as well just go over there.
That's true. I don't know. We might be.
Make our presence felt.
It's gonna be
Yeah.
like when Pee Wee
Fucking
Herman
this-
walked into that biker bar when I walk into the OTV.
Go strutting in, knowing we're gonna win on our bet.
You hear a record scratch when I walk in
except
my
for all the-
salmon pants.
Except for all the bikers were alert and able to turn their heads.
That's true. Yeah.
You go into a gambling facility.
Yeah,
There's just
1 foot in the grave.
it's a zombie type.
Nobody
of a
makes any
thing.
sudden moves because they don't want to knock over the iron lung that's sitting next to them at the slot machine.
Yeah. There's a lot of truth.
It's not
to
like
that.
the commercials.
No, nobody's having fun.
Pumping quarters in the machine as oxygen is being pumped into their nostrils.
You see that more than you see an attractive person dressed well, smiling, having fun.
Oh,
Raising their
absolutely.
fists in the air
Yeah.
after winning a hand.
You don't see that.
No.
All right, Nick, so what's the treat?
Attracting strange women over to the table to stand by them.
No.
I doubt that ever happened.
Not a thing.
And more often it's the Franklin Gibbs type character who's left laying in the street, nobody attending to his corpse. That's it.
That's it,
Man,
yeah.
Vegas.
But it ain't gonna be us because we're winning. We'll have won this bet. In fact, this is probably gonna be our last episode. After that, we'll all be on Easy Street.
I have a good question.
Mm-hmm.
What are his odds?
Yeah.
I guess I could look that up.
I guess we can maybe get working on Andy's pick for the week while we figure that out.
Yeah, yeah. What's the baked treat, Nick? What do you got? Foil?
It was just Halloween.
Nothing, okay.
You could play it anyway.
No? That's
The
all?
answer could be, well, we want to eat baked treats, but there just isn't anything right now.
All right. Well.
People love the song.
All right, people love the song.
Play the song.
Who wants to eat dainties? Who wants to eat baked treats with me?
The answer is me. That's who. But,
we all want to,
but it's not happening.
but I already
today.
brushed my teeth tonight.
All right, I've got the odds up and the post position. Slow Down Andy is in the number 1 position.
Oh, shit. I mean, that's...
We won't win too much.
Yeah, that's good, but...
Well, I mean, I don't know how that affects it. If that's a bad thing or a good thing. He's he's tied with 2 other horses, from what I can tell, is the long shot at 30-1.
Oh, he is. Okay.
Jockey Mario Gutierrez.
Oh, man.
So
he's
Relative of David Gutierrez?
clearly.
Clearly. All right. The odds are in our favor. Slow down, Andy.
That's
among the Gutierrez family. All right.
yeah, that's a good sign.
Stand to win
There's
$3,000.
a connection there, name-wise. I think it's a no-brainer.
I like it. 3,000. Well, yeah, if we win, oh my God. See, when you said the number 1 position, I'm dumb. I don't know horse racing. I thought you meant he was like supposed to be the winner.
I was
So he
thinking
had
like March Madness. He's the
Yeah.
number 1 seed. He'll probably win.
No, it's just
the
number
division.
1 slot in that gate or whatever that they roll off the track after they
Yeah.
let the horses loose.
That's 3 G's.
big money. All right. Well, we're gonna see if we win any.
I'm talking parlay after this.
yeah.
I don't even know what that means, but sounds good to me. Let's do it. All right. Well, are
That's
you?
funny? I was just on the ride here.
Uh-huh.
Had a just let it go on shuffle. Landed on an old Nat King Cole recordings from his TV show.
Yeah.
One of the songs, "I'm Shooting High."
Is
It's
that a gambling song?
A gambling reference about it's a love song, but also with gambling references, a Vegas sort of a thing.
All right.
So
All the signs are, everything's lining up. So
We'll be
have to
fools
make
if we
it
don't do
happen.
it. Yeah. We have to do it. All right. Well, you know what else we have to do? We have to pick this week's song, and we're back to the listener submission list for the first time in 2 months.
yeah,
9
hopefully the complaining will stop amongst those certain listeners.
technically, last week's was on the list.
Okay.
And
yeah.
my pick from earlier in the month was from the list. So
True,
both my
true.
picks were from the
Yeah,
list.
one of mine was on the list.
Hey, what are people complaining about?
Yeah,
It's all
that-
on there.
Find anything to complain about. Just wait until we start charging for this shit. Can't wait to see what their reaction is. Although after we win this horse race bet, that might not be necessary.
No. We're good to go.
Although once you start raking in the money, you just get addicted to it. So
That's true. Yeah.
yeah, I can't wait to hear the complaints once we start demanding money for this shit from people.
Well, we'll get there when we get
Gonna
there.
get to there. Never mind. It's and I was gonna bring up an obscure Alfred Hitchcock Presents episode starring Steve McQueen and Peter Lorre. If anybody wants to see gambling at its rock bottom, most
Okay.
desperate,
That sounds
try to
good.
find that.
More so than Franklin Gibbs. The Twilight Zone.
In a different sense, the stakes that get presented are basically he stands to lose a finger at the flick of a lighter.
Gibbs lost his fucking life, so
That's true, but it's the Steve McQueen's finger was going to be taken from him if he couldn't get the lighter to light on. I forgot how many tries.
Wow.
Yeah,
okay.
desperation, that thrill.
Yeah. Imagine if if those were the stakes for me clicking the right sound clip.
Lose a toe. or
I'd be out of fingers. Yeah. Okay. Well, we're going back to the listener submission list.
Oh, wait, when are we addressing this box here in the room?
Let's
When
do
does
it
that
after. I
happen?
feel like we've done nothing but
All right.
horseplay so far,
Oh,
literally
there's
and
no-
figuratively.
It's no baked treat. So
Yeah.
I thought we were maybe substituting, but we'll look at it later.
Yeah.
Is a listener sent it, I imagine?
Yes. Very exciting.
One of the
Good size
listeners who
package.
doesn't complain a lot like lots of others out there.
Want to name names?
Not really.
Okay.
That's the point.
Okay. Let's do this. Nick, is it plugged in still? The Bozo Pewter?
Yeah. The screensaver's been up for several weeks.
Oh, that's good. All right. Well, pull it, Nick.
Stand by. Let's go over to the Bozo Pewter.
Ooh.
I can imagine Slow Down Andy running to that sort of organ interlude.
Wow. Okay, so the number is 3368. So that's not good news for
No.
Chris's favorite segment of the show.
Well, and that's another one that was skipped last week, so I'm going to make it happen.
So no matter what, we're pulling again, regardless. I'm just putting this in the
Well,
hopper.
I mean, I could improvise, but you might come back to this one?
Yeah, we'll
or-
come back. This is not a no, but
Not a strong yes as of now.
I just don't know it, but the artist is great, so it should
well.
be fun. So
We've been burned before,
yeah.
but
Yeah.
apparently we're rolling the dice tonight.
Yeah, exactly. So let's pull it again, Nick. Okay. We've pulled number 638. 638.
Anything?
Oh, let's see. Yeah. I'm going. No.
No?
I'm not taking this one. But,
However,
uh-oh.
What?
Nick
What
just pointed at me.
Habemus Papa.
Time for Pope stuff. Yeah, that Pope stuff. Here's some Pope stuff. Time for Pope stuff.
did you find the same subsection that I found?
So everyone can understand what's happening here.
638? Yeah, probably. It's the only entry I could see, but it's a significant one.
Got two researchers here on the couch, click-clacking away for Pope stuff.
October 12th. That's what you have as well.
It is.
Would you like to do the honors?
I see what you did there with the pun here.
That was an accident, but I'll take it.
No, you can do it since you looked it up. I've got
Okay.
something to add afterwards.
Okay. Pope Honorius I dies at Rome after a 13-year reign and is succeeded by Severinus.
Oh, yeah. That's
But the
Severinus.
Byzantine Emperor Heraclius will delay the new pope's consecration until May 640.
Who is this Byzantine emperor making these decisions?
What is he making problems for?
It's something an Italian would do.
What a maroon, this
Oh,
guy.
I think you...
That's 2 years he delayed.
yeah, I think you mispronounced the name of the successor, though. I think his name it's pronounced Severinus because his nickname was Big Penis. So, in order for that nickname to work, it would have to rhyme, I would
That's true.
imagine.
Or else it wouldn't make any sense.
Right, but, you know. Yeah, that's one way to knock down a big penis is just delay the consecration for 2 years. What the
years.
fuck is... Who is this guy?
Yeah, what was the issue? Was it unsafe?
I don't know. It doesn't say.
I'm looking at
2 years, a long
So what
time.
did they do in the interim?
A lot can
no
happen.
pope? Stupid. All the drama surrounding popes. Who knew?
I mean, it's like especially at that time, that's like the main guy.
Who's a Byzantine emperor? What kind of... How does that individual get this kind of clout? It's ridiculous.
He was the Eastern Roman Emperor.
There you go.
Still not good enough. Not convinced of...
Sounds like a
he should be-
troublemaker.
Yeah, well, he clearly is. All right, well,
There you have it.
it. Now, you're not going with the song on that number?
No, that song is out. So I guess we need to officially bushwick it.
Yeah.
Along to the next trick.
And I will pull once more, just for the hell of it, and see if this is going to topple the first selection. Here we go, Nick. All right, we've got number...
Sorry.
That's so
Just
funny.
reading more about Heraclius. I'm not sure how you say it. Apparently, there was something to do with guerrilla warfare. He developed a system of guerrilla warfare. And I'll just read this little clip here. Instead of attacks raiding... it avoided major battles with Muslim invaders and instead attacked raiding parties on their return when they are laden with booty, captured livestock, or prisoners. I think the song Andy wants to pick is called Laden with Booty.
It kind of is.
Uh-oh.
Oh, boy.
Ladies' night.
I mean, if
There
we're
you
going
go.
with... Jeez. Okay, well, let me tell you this. The third poll is from the year 1075.
Okay.
So-
Let me just see what's cooking during that.
And then I could debate what type of... we're going ladies' night either way.
Really?
It's just one or the other, which direction we're going to take this.
So, wow. 1035?
Yeah.
1035, The Blaze?
Yeah.
I believe they
1075.
Oh,
1075.
never mind.
Yeah. Not 1035.
What was it? 1075?
1075.
Hit it.
Oh, my. Okay. Oh, my
Oh,
God.
come on.
Hear it again.
We should double up since we missed it last week.
Hey, that Pope stuff. Here's some Pope stuff. Time for Pope stuff.
More drama. It's just these guys can't avoid the drama. I don't know what the deal is. Anyway, February 1075, Pope Gregory VII holds a council in the Lateran Palace at Rome. He publishes a decree against layman investiture, an act which will later cause the investiture controversy.
I don't even know what most of those words
And
mean.
it looks like that has something to do with how bishops are installed. Now there's something. Christmas of that year. Gregory VII is kidnapped
Oh, yeah.
in the church during Christmas night in Rome, briefly imprisoned by the Roman nobleman Censio e Frangipane.
Who kidnaps the Pope
On
on
Christmas?
That takes some huevos.
It does. Kidnap the Pope
What
on
is he
Christmas.
doing?
Weirdo. You have anything better to do on Christmas night?
Kidnap the
Go
Pope.
get a Chinese dinner, you know? A Chinese restaurant like most normal people do.
Wow.
Weirdo.
On Christmas.
Unrelenting drama.
Yeah. Horrible. All right.
How dare him?
Yeah.
What a dick Censio was.
Yeah,
Yeah, total jerk move.
it is. You're not going to see a Hallmark Christmas movie with that plot. No one's kidnapping the Pope on Christmas.
If so, the Pope will somehow bring two young lovers together. He'll be like, there's always, not that I watch those movies, but I've seen clips. But there's always an elder man or
oh yeah, like
woman.
some kind of mystical figure.
Maybe not even mystical, but they've been through it,
Yeah.
and they're the ones giving the advice, bringing them together.
I've seen many, but I kind of gave up on them a few years ago. But I used to watch those like when I would just
Well, I
be
think
zoning out at
I
night.
think it's heating up again.
It is. They've been on for
It's
weeks.
heating up because there's a rival network now.
Is it Lifetime doing it?
No, what is it like? What was it called? I don't know, but it's like Hallmark. Some people broke away.
Wow.
And there's something else
See,
now.
more drama.
More
It's like,
drama.
is there a
There's
Pope involved with that?
Are you sure it's not Lifetime? Because I saw Melissa Joan Hart posting about how many Christmas movies she's in on the Lifetime network this year.
It's like Candace Cameron is in this other one now.
She left?
She left.
Et tu, Candace? Oh, my God.
Yeah.
She's the Censio of milquetoast holiday entertainment.
Figuratively capturing Hallmark's Pope on Christmas.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
I can't
What's
believe
with all
kidnapping.
this drama that people just manufacture in their lives.
It's crazy. Chaos surrounds us. Well,
So that third song, any good?
yeah, I'm going to do the third one.
Okay.
Okay.
And I'll tell you why before I tell you what the song is. The first one, extremely horny. Third one, I don't know it, but it's on here more than once. I know the artist. I just can't pinpoint the song. I might know it once we listen. But I feel like the listeners deserve something. This is what they want. This is what they're going to get.
Okay.
And I think it fits. And I think you guys will be happy too.
All right.
So,
That checks a lot of boxes.
Yeah.
As long as it's a known entity with the artist.
It is. Nope.
And we definitely had our fill of horniness over the past couple months. So
Yeah. All right. Well, let's turn the microphone over to Chris Jericho.
All right, Hamill. This one's called
Come Again.
Off of
Damn Yankees.
by the band.
Damn Yankees.
Okay.
this is actually a horny song.
I had a feeling.
There's a set of lyrics that are extremely horny. By the way,
Okay.
I would classify this as their power ballad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which, what wasn't Higher also on this album?
Yeah.
Was it on this one?
Or was it was on
High Enough? Yeah.
High Enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was on the first album as
This-
well.
Yeah, I would. Would you classify that as power ballad as well?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I would definitely
That one
say
is.
so. This is along those lines as
Okay.
well.
I don't know if I know this one. I never owned the first album, so if it wasn't a single,
You did own "Don't Tread on Me."
I did
though?
indeed.
Oh, okay. Would
that-
Jay buy it for you?
No,
I remember when Nick bought it.
I remember what Andy bought.
we went to the record store together with one of Nick's friends and his mom. I bought Rust in Peace, and Nick bought Don't Tread on Me.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Nick,
Cassettes.
or not Nick, Andy, your favorite guy, the Punch It guy, is a big Damn Yankees fan.
Oh,
back
okay.
in the day.
All right. Well,
He's
then.
a big Tommy Shaw fan in general.
So who we got? I know we got Tommy Shaw and Ted Nugent.
And Jack
We got
Blades.
Jack Blades on bass,
Jack
and
Blades.
Michael Cardelloni on drums, who's the current drummer, Leonard Skinnard.
Okay.
So legit supergroup.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cardelloni wasn't a known entity at that point, but like I said, he's been in Skinnard for probably a couple decades now.
He kidnapped Tommy Shaw on Christmas and formed Damn Yankees.
He beat up Mojo Nixon for what he said about him at the Latin Quarter in Detroit. Do
you wanna repeat
warming
that?
up for I think that was warming up for Dred Zeppelin.
An
which we
unwarranted,
talked about.
unnecessary shot taken at Tommy Shaw.
You know,
Chris, word for word, what was it?
I could say it
Nah.
because I'm quoting somebody. I
I
didn't
know.
say it.
I know.
It's got your favorite word in it.
What is that? No.
It was just, it was just completely unnecessary.
Yeah, that was
Tommy
part, that
Shaw
was,
is not a controversial figure.
But that's what made it so funny. Is just came out of nowhere. It was Mojo Nixon closed his set with a Great White Buffalo, which I believe is an Amboy Duke song that
really,
Ted Nugent commandeered into his solo sets, but he had a little bit of stage banter introing that song, and I guess I'll just leave it at that.
All right. Well,
Quite memorable. One of my most memorable concert moments, hands down.
a word that I heard Ted Nugent use live a couple
that's
of times.
true.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. I remember that.
A
Opening
word,
for Kiss.
a word
you
I've
know.
been called many times in my life.
Well, that doesn't surprise me.
Cards on the table
That doesn't surprise me at all.
by many people.
Yeah. I mean, you grow up in the 80s and
Yeah,
90s.
I was,
everyone.
Well into my 20s,
Yeah. 2000s.
being called this.
2010s, maybe.
yeah,
This word is no stranger to me, to my ears.
This word was commonly used in pre-woke days. Not that it was ever particularly acceptable, but
Well,
I heard it a lot. And I heard it that night at the Latin Quarter, and it was hilarious.
All right. Well, the song was submitted twice. Once by Greg DiPasquale.
Interesting, because he's the man, one of the dudes doing the So Far So Pod
That's
So
right.
What Megadeth podcast. So, yeah, and you're mentioning Rust in Peace with
yes.
Don't Tread on Me. So it's interesting that he would like this song, but I'm kind of in that similar boat where I like heavier stuff, and I'm a fan of this song. What did he have a
He
comment?
does, but also, did you know that he goes by Gregadeth?
I did know that.
That's
yes.
That's pretty excellent. Good for him. His comment is shreds the shit out of Fred fucking Bear.
Wow. Okay.
Well, that
Not
goes without saying.
Not expecting that when I hear Chris apply the term power ballad, though. So I'm interested.
Yeah.
to
Well,
hear this
but
one.
I would. It's definitely along the lines of high enough where it's definitely a ballad, but it slants more to the power side.
Okay.
All right, then the other submission is from, what is this name? Conceolus? I don't know what that joke is supposed to mean,
The
but
Byzantine emperor or something submitting Damn Yankees songs.
this, whatever kind of medical term this is over my head, so I'm sure it's funny. I just don't get it. He says, great rock album that seems to be forgotten about, perhaps another victim of early 90s hard rock acts, falling victim to the emergence
I remember this
of grunge.
being rather popular album,
Yeah.
and their tours were well attended. And I thought the second album got some traction as well. So I don't think this was not a band or an album that was swept under the rug. It got its fair shake. This was well in advance of the grunge explosion of late 91, early 92, right?
So, I don't...
It's
yeah.
1990, I think.
Okay. Let's see. I should have looked that up while we were doing other things. Damn it. Discography, 1990. You are correct. Don't Tread was 92. February 22nd, 1990. There you go. Oh, 1990. What a year.
And
Yeah.
the name comes from a musical comedy from 1955.
Come again?
No,
the name of the
Damn
band.
Yankees.
Conceolus?
It's a modern retelling of the Faust legend.
Oh.
Set during the 1950s in Washington, D.C., during a time when the New York Yankees dominated Major League Baseball.
So it's actually about the New York Yankees?
Somehow it plays... I've never seen it. I think there's a film, but I'm
just thought it was-
not terribly familiar with it, but was aware that it was a show.
Okay.
Yeah, this album was released probably 3 weeks before I graduated college. You could probably see the exact date on that diploma up there, up top. But it's like March something. Mid-March.
March 16th. The 16th day of March. It's written very fancy.
Beware the day after the Ides of March.
Yeah. Yeah, it was like just over 3 weeks released ahead of time. Produced by Ron Nevison.
Oh, okay. He was involved in some of that mid-'80s Kiss, late 80s Kiss stuff.
Yeah. Hot producer at the time.
Produced some Europe. Produced some Grand Funk Railroad, Thin Lizzy, Babies, Ozzy Osbourne. A lot of bands we've covered on this show. Yeah.
All right. Well, like I said, I don't think I know this one. Maybe I'll know it when I hear it. But it's
It got radio airplay. I'm convinced it definitely did in Detroit area, and I've pretty sure I've heard it here in Chicagoland since its release.
All right.
Perhaps
So-
it'll ring a bell, but
It might.
by the title, it's not.
All right. Well, let's take a quick commercial break, and then we'll be right back with Come Again from 1990 by Damn Yankees.
Getting a Behind Blue Eyes kind of a vibe so
A little
far.
bit.
I imagine there's going to be a couple more repetitious, or rather a couple more rounds of this sort of arpeggiated progression, and then
Yeah.
we're going to get some I don't know if we're getting Tommy Shaw or Jack Blades. I know Chris knows, but I'm trying to, in my head, figure out which one is
So
coming in.
far that it's not ringing a bell for
No,
you.
no.
To your knowledge, you've never heard this before.
No.
Same with you, Andy?
Same so far, yeah.
I was alone, cruising with the wind.
I enjoy that guitar effect there. I was about to make fun of the line, and then they did that, so all is forgiven.
Cruising with the wind.
Yeah, a loner cruising with the wind.
Well, you know.
I mean, it's fine.
It
It's
works.
just-
Paints a picture.
It's just nerdy.
You expect something deeper from Damn Yankees?
No, you're right. Fair.
You know, it's that the whole drifter. I
Here's
don't
the
know
thing.
if we're going to go down the hobo
Yeah,
discussion, but I don't think he's quite there yet. But
Well, here's the thing. I'm willing to bet none of that was true. He was not a loner drifting with the wind.
probably not.
Yeah,
No.
I don't think so. But that's okay.
Little embellishment
Yeah.
of his own personal story.
Yeah.
But who hasn't done that
Sure.
at some point in
Make
their
yourself seem more attractive
life?
or
Exactly.
mysterious.
You know, danger boy.
Yeah.
Can't be held down by a woman, and then that's what's about to happen.
I wasn't looking when you pulled me in.
See? You can't let the woman know she has the upper hand. It's like, I wasn't looking for this. Then you pulled me in. You know, I wasn't interested in you. And suddenly something happened. It's a way of not allowing yourself to be vulnerable in that situation.
Despite the guitar playing going on in the background.
Well,
The most vulnerable guitar playing I've ever heard.
as vulnerable as Ted Nugent can get, I suppose.
Yeah.
I had to leave you like I always did.
So, this kind of lyric bothers me. Because there have been many songs I've heard in my life where they don't adequately support the decision
Yeah, it's just I had to.
I have to leave.
Yeah,
There are many songs like that. I'm leaving.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like, why?
Oh, I don't know, but I have to.
Yeah, it's,
It's not a choice.
mean-
There's no choice in it for me. I simply have to.
you know,
do
by the
this.
time I get to Phoenix by Glenn Campbell, why is he going? Why?
Do you have work there, Glenn?
Why is
No.
he? Why is he going?
No, got nothing there. Just have to go.
It's it's one of those tropes that I find highly entertaining but kind of irritating at the same time. That just the lack of explanation, the lack of motive presented.
This guy's just a
Call me
rogue,
crazy.
some kind of renegade
I just gotta
riding
go.
his hog.
Yeah,
It's kind of like Damone and Fast Times in Ridgemont High after he impregnates Brad's sister. He just goes, I gotta go. I really gotta go. He just leaves the pool house after knocking up Brad Hamilton's sister. Common theme.
Yep.
You knew damn well I'd come again.
We're kind of going back. Was it the Keep It Warm episode we were talking about? It's like you knew damn well I'd come again, but based on how you've described yourself so far, she probably wasn't that excited about it.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, here he comes again.
Yeah. She wasn't waiting for him to
Change the
come
locks.
yeah.
Here comes his shitty car down the street.
back.
Great.
Drunk, rolling out of the car.
Yeah.
Beer cans hitting the street.
Yelling at before he even gets to the sidewalk, yelling at the house.
Exactly. And she's already like texting her girlfriends the exact sentiment there. It's like, I knew damn well this was going to happen too.
Yeah.
Embarrassing, this guy. His behavior. And also
Yeah.
it sounded like maybe there's some pan flute coming in the background there.
Let's see.
Can't speak to that, but I think I think that vibe
it up,
is
Nick.
definitely in the air.
Okay, I'm just gonna look up Zamfir's credits and see.
It's either Zamfir or R. Carlos Nakai, one of the two guys.
Or it's the guy from Pierogi Fest who always has a tent set up.
Was the first call session guy for Damn Yankees.
Him and Hulk Hogan were
albums.
session guys.
Right, exactly. They were a team and couldn't be broken up. Like,
Package deal.
bringing in Hogan, you're bringing in the pan flute guy too. Can't have one or the other.
Now I'm falling where I've never been. My resistance is wearing thin. Somewhere in the distance.
You got a little string arrangement going on, pumping up the drama here.
Yeah.
You guys into this yet so far? Or?
I mean, I appreciate.
Andy it's got a pained look on his face. It gets better.
I can tell it's building.
I can assure you that. Well, it does to me. It definitely kicks into gear a little bit. So try and be patient.
What do you think of that? I don't even know what you call that. I guess that's ballad type of music where there's that type of guitar playing with just a lone voice singing with it, where you're plucking, like Nick said, the arpeggiated chords. What do you guys make of that?
I don't know.
'Cause
I mean,
It's
formulaic.
I mean,
it's been
folk,
proven to work.
Yeah.
It's folk music essentially
Okay.
with this sort of configuration. If you take away the strings and effects and stuff, essentially it's folk music.
Okay.
Yeah, but through the lens of like a Bon Jovi, Wanted Dead or Alive type vibe. But what do I make of it? It's just formula.
You ever play anything like that?
Me? No.
No, I didn't think so.
Arpeggios are hard.
They are hard.
They're
to
more
do it like that.
They're more
like,
difficult than they sound. Yeah.
Plus, that's a 12 string, so it's a little harder on the fretting hand. But
yeah.
well, that's another thing. Tommy Shaw, underrated guitar player. Is known mostly for his vocals and also just in Styx. He kind of got overshadowed by Dennis DeYoung and just sort of the I guess the songs of Styx, and then the the Kilroy Was Here idiocy that broke out. But the guy can play, hell of a guitar player, and in a band
idiocy.
here. Well, I mean, they became a laughing stock at that point.
Yeah,
But
maybe so.
But I just think that's one of the things that contributed to the fact that even though he played some serious guitar on a lot of Styx hits, people don't really give him his due as a guitar player. But here he's doing, the arpeggiated stuff you're talking about and doing a damn good job of it. When you're in a band with Ted Nugent, you tend to accept the second fiddle role, but he does it quite well. And of course the vocals.
Like a long lost friend. Yeah. Lord, here I come again. Come again.
Ted Nugent making his presence known.
High in the mix there, Ted.
Huge in the mix.
Yeah, Nevison gave him his due in that one. Definitely had that fader pushed up for Uncle Ted's entrance.
Yeah.
Well, he'd been entered into the song up to that point, but
yeah, he's making it known here.
yes.
Yeah. He's not blending into the background anymore.
No, which you don't expect that from Nugent anyway. But
Yeah. What was he doing at this time? Was he just had his solo career kind of run I don't want to say run its course, run stale maybe a little bit.
I mean, he had a minor hit toward the end of the 80s, possibly toward the middle of the 80s. Little Miss Dangerous was got some MTV airplay, but yeah, nothing on the level of where he was at in the 70s.
Yeah.
But he was still doing his thing, putting out albums. And
yeah, but this is a good move.
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Night Ranger and Jack Blades' band obviously had a pretty nice string of success, and they kind of ran aground. So, and then again, after the idiocy of Kilroy was here, that all these guys were available at that point. So why not?
What year was that?
Kilroy was here, like 83, I want to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's continue. Laughing.
Well, it's painting a picture of like the traveling salesman who's come home to his wife and immediately
Ray Kroc selling
milkshake
machines.
Runs into the bedroom with her. They still haven't figured out how to get those things clean.
No, they haven't. And that's heavy equipment too. So I don't know how Ray Kroc's lower back would hold up to reuniting with his woman in the fashion that Nick is describing. First of all, I don't think he's running. I think he'd like to be running, but it's the wear and tear on his lower back and lower extremities from hauling around those ice cream machines.
Yeah.
Just physically takes a lot out of you. But I think the intent is there. I think that's what you're getting at, Nick, is he's just horny from time on the road and ready to get at it. Yes?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going back looking at these lyrics. I guess so.
But yeah, here, just before you stopped it, you've got the soaring dual vocals of Shaw and Blades coming in here, which I must admit, I mean, it's an integral part of the song, but it's probably my least favorite part of the song.
You don't like that, huh? Is that
well,
too much?
Listen to it.
Okay.
Well, we can discuss it after it's done, but especially since it leads into what I consider to be an extremely horny line. So
okay.
Right, so the ship gets righted for me after this, but we can discuss it just before we get into the extreme horniness of the soft serve ice cream machine salesman.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's just kind of whiny to me. I get the whoa whoa and stuff is, harkens back to vintage rock and roll and showing off the vocal talents of these guys, but it just comes off as kind of whiny to me.
Yeah,
I mean, it might be
too
just
effeminate for me.
It might be a device for live shows.
Sure,
maybe they're anticipating something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I like I said, I get why it's in there, and it's an integral part of the song. It just happens to be my least favorite part of the song, just because it's whiny.
It makes it sound like a roller rink song, like a couples skating song.
But that roller rink songs, it generates a lot of listenership. So again, I get why it's in there. It's just, for me, my least favorite part of the song. But leading into an extremely horny line here that expresses what the ice cream machine salesman would like to do if his lower back would cooperate. But yeah, let's back it up a smidgen because he was just cutting into it there.
Okay. Ready?
I like that there was no rhyme
Yeah,
scheme.
there was
at the
no
end.
rhyme. Yeah. Okay.
But
Well, what are you
That's it.
talking about? Those lines rhymed.
not at the end.
Down.
Oh.
You said down twice and then comes around.
Just okay. Well, I didn't even catch it. So
Yeah, read the line.
Well, here's
Andy.
what he said. When I finally get my hands on you, tell you what I'm going to do. Lay you down, strip you bare.
No, see, that's not that. He says strip you down.
I think it says bear. That's what
Make
I.
love-
Does he really?
I heard bear.
I've heard strip you down the whole time, which I
Down.
prefer. But
Yeah, that makes more sense, and
No,
it also rhymes.
so okay, now it makes sense what you're talking about. I never once heard bear
Can
in
we
my life.
can we back it up?
Let's do it again.
Yeah,
Why not?
I mean, it's a great line, but I
mean-
this shocks me. I've never once heard it as bear. It was always that's one of the things I liked about it. It's like he said down twice, and this is shocking to me.
All right, let's go back. Here we go.
Finally get my hands on you. Tell you what I'm gonna do. Lay it down, strip you down. Make love to you till the morning comes around.
It almost like he said strip you Darren.
It's
It's like a weird sound between.
Yeah.
Why
it's-
would he say bear there? Like you said, it doesn't rhyme with anything.
No.
It's weird.
That's why it kind of struck me as odd the first time around.
Oh, that's incredible. I never even it never sounded like that to me. It still doesn't, but that probably has to do with the fact that I've heard it that way for 32 years, and I'm not going to hear it anything differently. It's the same thing with the "Got Love for Sale" line. How low must I go? Is that's the lyric to me. I don't care what he allegedly actually says. That's the lyric for me.
Yeah.
And here it's the same thing.
Strip you bare.
Well, strip you bare, strip you down. Just
Same
just
thing.
rip her clothes off. I mean, when's the last time you heard? I mean, that's borderline the ending of Midnight Rendezvous right there. I mean, this guy is just ready to explode at this point.
Well, this is beyond that. I would say. I just not as profane, of course, but as far as what's being said, this is beyond saying "I just want you."
Yeah.
This is here's
They
exact
say-
details.
yeah,
He's on the
when,
phone.
and when I get my hands on you and stuff. I mean, this guy is consumed with.
I mean, this woman better be ready
Well.
for this guy, by the way, I'm glad.
might want to be ready to call 911 at some point.
But I'm glad that it's as we go further into the song, it's lending credence to my hypothesis about what the song's about. It's a traveling salesman who's coming home to his wife.
Makes sense to me.
How many traveling salesmen are this passionate though?
After being on the road that long,
Well, I guess so, but traveling salesmen, you don't really picture them as
they're hustlers.
as a hair metal Lothario that we have here. So I don't know. But yeah, I think you guys will agree that's some pretty horny lyrics right there.
I mean, this is the Fuller Brushman coming home.
Well, this is coming home after a successful road trip where he made a lot of sales. I mean, if you're broken down from rejection after rejection, well, then again, maybe it could translate into it could take an unsavory turn with the ripping off of the clothes and getting his hands on somebody. That could go either way.
Out of frustration, maybe?
There's a thin tipping point there that could be really awesome or horribly horribly tragic.
It's either frustration or celebration. Like he's getting better gas mileage because the car trunk is empty on the way home.
Which is, a microcosm of the salesman's life, if you think about it.
Mm-hmm.
But, strip you bare is not the lyric. He says strip you down. I don't care what anybody says. Listen to it back. It's not a slam dunk as to either one.
It's not.
It sounds like it could go either way.
It's one of those ambiguous lines.
It's like an instant replay in sports. There's no definitive evidence to overturn my interpretation.
We're gonna need
strip you down.
3 experts to put their heads under the curtain and stare at the screen for a few minutes.
Well, maybe we can get Tommy Shaw.
See if
one
the
day
ruling on the field will
actually,
stand.
that's Jack Blade singing that there. That doesn't mean he didn't write the lyric, but he did sing it. So maybe we can get him on the show.
There you go.
Get it from the horse's mouth. But it's strip you down for me. Always will be.
Don't you think it's weird when you watch sports and they do that, where they like it's fine when the referees get together and have a discussion and look at under the hood or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But don't you think it's weird when they call like the headquarters or whatever, and they have some arrogant guy who's like, come on. Of course, like he says, oh yeah, that's a terrible call. I don't know what he's thinking. Dumb. Like that shouldn't be on TV.
Is that what they actually?
Yeah, they have some guy who's like at the whatever.
Why would they play that on
headquarters?
television?
I don't know. And then it's
Wasn't
not the
it-
same guy that they're talking to.
But that's the thing, isn't it? In hockey, isn't it always the central office in Toronto that they call?
Yeah.
It's not somebody in the building.
No, it's always the league's headquarters, whatever.
Yeah, I think in like football and baseball, it's the actual guys in the building or under the hood looking at it. But in hockey, they have to call the overlords in Toronto to get it done.
Yeah, that's a strange sort of. It's like they would call President Jack Tunney, and all of a sudden, up on the big screen, he'd be sitting there in his full suit at the desk, with a ruling ready to go.
Yep. But at least that
hundreds of miles away.
That comes with dignity, though. The guys that I've seen, like when you're watching hockey, it's some greasy guy who's got like a little bit of an attitude problem.
In other words,
Like, what'd you
a
call me?
typical Canadian. So, but yeah, I wouldn't.
Why'd
I
you
would
call me? What do you guys want?
Yeah, I would. If there was,
Trying to move these
I would-
shake machines.
I wouldn't mind seeing if we can get the lines of communication open. Get Jack Blades to weigh in on this.
Okay. Hey, worth a shot.
Well, so a flag has been thrown officially.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, musically that transition hooked me now.
See,
Up to that point, it's like, okay, standard power ballad stuff.
yeah,
Fine, but not exciting to me.
like a fine. Well, not that I'm one to talk about it, but I'm about to make a book analogy. But like a fine novel, you have to consider the entire work. It's a you gotta let it play out and then absorb the whole thing and make your decision.
Yeah, once this tribal beat kicked in, I'm like, okay,
Oh yeah,
I'm into this now.
We talk about a lot arrangements and the way the song is crafted. This is a fantastically crafted power ballad rock song of the era.
think of that?
Nuge.
The man can play the hell out of the guitar. I don't want to go too far down the road of what people usually talk about, and it's hard not to talk about it, but I don't care what anybody says. He's proven time and time again. He play the shit out of the guitar as it should be played as a rock and roll musician. Even there, he was, I sensed some hints of tapping and like borderline shred guitar, which one of the things that people use to rip on him, which I'm convinced is rooted in his persona and everything that doesn't have to do with music seeping into somebody's critique of him as a musician, but people just criticizing for anybody could play that, it's not that hard. Well, it's not about that anyway, but just the attitude the guy brings, it takes it to the next level. And here he's again of the era, sort of showing that he can play that way too.
Yeah.
Zero criticism from me about his actual playing. You'll never hear it out of my mouth because it's just it wouldn't be genuine. I mean, he's one of my favorite rock guitar players, no question.
Not that I'm any expert on the matter, but we're talking about Ron Nevison and a lot of the records that he produced. Pure speculation, of course, but this seems like maybe something that would have been put in by a producer. The sort of whoa that's going on here.
Yeah.
It really seems like something, I don't know, something you'd hear on a Bon Jovi record. So it does make sense that it's the same guy producing it, whether it was the band's idea or the producer's idea to throw a little more candy into the song or something like that.
No, that's exactly what it is, and it's well performed and it achieved the desired result. I'm sure it's just of all the elements of the song, it's my least favorite.
That's fair. All right, we've only got a little bit more, I think.
It's a longish song, though, right?
Yeah, we do have another minute and 13, actually. Yeah, it's like a...
There is an official video for this, too.
Is there really?
Yeah, I'm not sure I ever saw that video.
I'm going to skim through it while we listen. See if there's anything visually noteworthy. Fair amount of drama at the end there with the strings. Very nicely done.
Yeah, throughout as well, just the way the whole thing builds, and there's ebb and flow and all the other stuff going on. So yeah, definitely in keeping with the drama theme related to all the Pope nonsense going on. It fits the theme, I believe.
Perfect.
Now, I scrubbed through the video.
Yeah.
Literally nothing exciting visually going
Just
on.
a
in this video.
band.
It's
in
a plain white background.
Oh, right.
and
Yeah.
that's just black and white. And nothing. It was the style back then to have some sort of clips.
Yeah, like a
almost
story.
like a movie clip of who knows, a guy on the road,
None of that.
a woman waiting for him, something. Someone being stripped bare.
Well, the High Enough video is like a 90s retelling of Bonnie and Clyde kind of, and Nugent is actually a priest or wearing a priest's collar in that.
The whole
movie.
video, or just in part
Well,
of it?
he's only in character. He's in it at the end,
Okay.
leading the guy down death row as I assume the priest. But yeah, no, that's actually what is it? What's the revenge video that looks exactly like that one? Is it I Just Wanna?
I
Yeah.
had that sort of effect.
Same whole vibe, just band members completely washed out, set and background.
All right. Well, I guess I'll vote first since I brought it to the show via the listener submission list. And I'll start with a Sweet Surrender.
It's sweet surrender. Hell yes.
A little surprised.
Okay. Well,
Wasn't sure how you were gonna go with it.
it's not my favorite type of song or favorite type of music, but I'd be lying if I had anything bad to say about the craftsmanship here and musicianship, both, the arrangement and the individual parts of the song, and then also just great singing, excellent guitar playing. What can you say negatively about this? There's nothing. There are a lot of songs that are in this vein that are not, like they're the excitement from this song is removed from, and then it's just another turd that sounds like this.
Yeah,
There's
no,
a
you're
lot of
totally
that.
right. Yeah,
And this-
absolutely.
This doesn't have that. It's got some excitement and some unique pieces to it. Great playing.
Yeah.
So, Sweet Surrender. Who's next?
I'll go next. I'll give it a Sweet Surrender as well.
Oh.
It's sweet surrender. Hell yes.
Now, I'm gonna echo what Andy said a little bit. Not my favorite style. Like I'm not a power ballad guy for the most part. I enjoyed when it got kicked up a notch. I mean, I appreciate the softer parts, and actually whether it's real strings or synthesizer, I don't know. But when the strings were put in there were some nice little moments there, like in between vocal lines that stood out to me. That is just cool arrangement, really great performances, of course. And when Nugent kicked in, and that big dirty guitar made me think of how much, and I still do, but how much I loved when I first bought that Damn Yankees Don't Tread cassette. Just how it opens with Nugent playing
That Don't Tread. Is that the first song? The
yeah,
riff?
and still one of my favorite guitar sounds ever is the beginning of that song when I don't know, it's in his hands, I'm sure.
Yeah.
A lot of what I'm hearing that I love, but also just I don't know what kind of rig he had, but the combination of that, it was. I mean, and of course he's been at this point a guitar hero for 20 years.
Yeah.
So it's thankfully it had some of that, because I was hoping for it. I'm like, okay, power ballad, it's probably going to get kind of heavy. I hope it has some of that, some qualities of the Don't Tread guitar sound.
Yep.
Because I've always loved that, especially before the rest of the music kicks in. That opening riff, fantastic sounding.
Yeah.
Chris?
Oh, Sweet Surrender for me. This is
It's sweet surrender. Hell yes.
unlike Nick. I'm a sucker for a great power ballad, this one definitely qualifies. It's one of my favorite power ballads of all time.
Really?
So I'm glad.
All time.
I'm very glad it got picked and came up this week, and for all the reasons we talked about over in general. It's just the craftsmanship, the way it's put together, and the ebbs and the flows and the drama. It's got everything, and it's not too cheesy or pandering. Like, you know, that's what Andy was talking about. Those are the things that can tip it over into crapsville. It doesn't happen here. Just that whoa stuff is well done. I get why it's there. It's if you're gonna pick a least favorite part of the song for me, that's it. That seems too formulaic, too like conscious decision of, oh, we're gonna have a sing along in the live setting and stuff, and that's, you know, it's important and there's a reason for that, but no, I'm a huge fan of this one, and again that extremely horny lyric right there in the middle, which is strip you down, it's not strip you bare.
I don't know.
We're going to have to get somebody track down Jack Blades for us. We're going to get it from the horse's mouth.
All right. Well, who knew we would find ourselves here?
All right, Hammond! I got a question for you.
Paul Stanley wants to know if Come Again is a rock and roll boner classic, as voted by the 3 rock and roll boners in this room.
And one would think it's undoubtedly an album that was on everybody's radar.
I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of see what should we be doing on our album.
The anticipation of this, you know, true super group, you know, I'll call into question what the guy said about how it was ignored or underappreciated. This is a huge album and double platinum. The videos were all over Dial MTV. It was the Coming of Age was, I believe, the first single. And, yeah, definitely this was a success. The supergroup. And in typical supergroup fashion, you get 2 albums, maybe 3. You got 2 out of these guys. And, you know, it seems to be the duration of it. But no, it was just by any measure a success, and I will vote first in the next round because I think there's the least amount of mystery as to how I'm going to vote.
So,
Okay.
Just kind of reading up on some stuff here. Now, I haven't found anything yet as far as what songs were on these soundtracks, allegedly. But 2 real noodle scratchers.
Noodle scratchers.
As far as why Damn Yankees are on these movies' soundtracks. And I'm trying to see... okay, I do see one. I can verify one. So...
1990, 1992. Huh.
The one I couldn't verify up to this point is Gremlins 2, The New Batch.
That's odd.
The only thing I could find is like a score.
Well, I think Gremlins 2 did have a
It had-
soundtrack with
Plus it had Hulk
rock.
Hogan in it. So
there you
we can
go.
Tie it back to that.
Yeah, he probably
Playing bass and everything that was
The
contributed.
score. Yeah.
requirement.
And I'd be certainly remiss if I did not mention the second movie that is mentioned. The song Bone Stripper, which I don't know,
No, I don't know.
was supposedly, well, I can verify it now, on the Nothing But Trouble soundtrack.
You're kidding. Oh, boy.
Damn Yankees on Gremlins 2 and Nothing But Trouble.
Oh man.
Walked out of that movie. Terrible movie.
One of the worst movies of all
absolute
time.
garbage.
Worst one ever.
Jeez.
All right, here's what's on. Oh boy. I'm looking at it here.
Well, there's the Digital Underground stuff, right?
Yeah.
Because they were in the movie.
Yes.
They're in the movie.
Bone Stripper is
Bone
the
Stripper.
That's probably got some interesting lyrics in it.
Not an album track, I'm guessing?
I don't know.
Not on any sort of... Maybe it's just a B-side that they had in the can for such an
Why would
occasion.
you waste an album track on nothing but trouble?
Just in case Aykroyd called them up.
Yeah, with his dick nose and the receiver. Yeah, he's wearing a prosthetic dick on his nose. He gets Bone Stripper. That's it. Take it or leave it.
So we got The Good Life by Ray Charles. Same Song by Digital Underground. Bone Stripper by Damn Yankees. La Chanca, performed by Bertilla Damas. I don't know. Written by Peter Aykroyd. Never mind. So it said Aykroyd. Atlantic City is a Party Town by Elwood Blues Review. Oh boy.
God, that's gotta be
That's
terrible.
Aykroyd.
Tie the Knot, Digital Underground again. Get Over, Nick Scotti. Written by Madonna.
Just
Whatever.
bizarre.
Yeah.
All the way around.
Big Girls Don't Cry. Frankie Valli and Four Seasons.
And let's not forget Bocephus makes an
Yep.
appearance.
I Mean I Love You. Yeah. Wow.
Terrible.
What a bad movie.
Oh, the absolute worst.
Could be the worst. I mean,
The,
sure,
sou-
there's.
the soundtrack doesn't seem to be doing it any favors.
No,
either.
it's terrible.
It's the worst. It's hands down the worst movie I've ever seen in the theater. No
Yeah.
question about it. I walked out of it.
It's got to be one of the all-time worst, like, big budget, stars in it movies ever.
Yeah, well, that's why you go to see it, because it had all the stars, the comedy stars of the day.
Yeah.
And you just halfway through it, you're like, I can't sit through the rest of this.
Literally the worst movie I've ever seen.
It's absolute garbage.
So bad.
All right, is your votes in, fellas?
Yeah.
All right, me, Nick, Andy.
Sure.
All right. You ready?
I'm ready.
Nick?
Yes.
Don't make me call you Andy's favorite word if you've been called many times in your life.
Many
You're not
more.
responding.
Many more to come, I'm sure.
Nick's been called that when he was playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, I'll bet.
At the comic book shop.
Yeah.
That was Magic, I think.
Oh, Magic the
Someone
Gathering.
threw down a card that the other guy could not believe.
I was going to say, Magic Johnson called you the F word? What? How did that happen? Anyway. All right, here we go. Ready? Rock.
Roll.
No boner.
You know, and I nearly was going to do that too.
I'm sorry.
No, I don't disagree with your decision.
I'm
there.
impressed you even picked a Damn Yankees song. Kind of curious as what the artist was on the first one. You don't have to reveal
I'll tell
it.
you after. You're probably going to be mad at me that I didn't pick that one.
I'm not. I love this song.
Okay.
I'm a big fan, so I'm very satisfied with the choice. And I get the. I didn't expect Andy to be blown away by it, but
Well,
the fact that it even got to the second round is impressive.
can't just be giving these things away willy-nilly like we have in the past. We're going to run out of rock and roll boners if we keep just giving them to everybody. People are going to start talking about us if we just give it away.
That's true.
Yeah. I don't want the neighbors talking.
It's like you can't just give away your soft serve ice cream machines on the road. I mean, you know, you want to make a sale, but you can't just give it away.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to load it back up in the vehicle and head over to the next restaurant.
Shake the guy's hand and say,
Yeah.
well, sorry it didn't work out.
Yeah,
Yep.
sorry.
I can't go that low.
No, absolutely. It's not happening.
All right. Well, if you disagree, we're sorry.
That's just the fucking way it is.
You know how else it is?
How is it?
I'll tell you.
Can I play with titties? The pervert stared at his hairy balls. Can I play with titties? From this creep, she'll take it all. Can I play with titties? She saw my prick and she laughed at me. Ha! Can I play with titties? She said these tits you'll never see.
Now that is the lead-in music to Nick opening up this box. Is there a reason to
No.
come from Lombardozzi, or you
No.
just Do you think there's Can I Play with Titties merchandise in there?
I just thought it was a nice buffer between the two.
As it was playing, I thought I could rip open tape while this plays. This will cover it up.
That's what I was also thinking. Give you a second.
All right. I thought there was some method to the madness. I should have known better.
No.
Should we reveal who sent this to us? Mr. Dustin Johnson.
A fellow Hoosier. Down in Muncie, Indiana. Am I supposed to say that? Hopefully that's not too much information. Sorry, Dustin. Giving it away.
Just like ice cream machine. Maybe it's an ice cream.
Is it heavy?
Maybe it's a shake machine.
Could be.
It's not that
If it is,
heavy.
we'll take it to the local McDonald's because there's assuredly is not working at the moment.
Never.
So
I have no idea what we have here.
There's a box that says The Gunslinger.
Oh, wow. Separate box.
There's America's Little Brother.
Oh, that's... I hope there's a third box.
Wow.
I'm going to feel guilty.
Woo. Oh, I see what this is. Andy's got something really awesome here. It's really, really, really great what you've got there.
I'm not going to look until it's time.
Yeah, I would say maybe not. I want your reaction.
You have your own package in there.
There is a Garlic Dragon NNP package, and then also there are three Christmas movie brackets.
Oh, yeah.
He did send us a message saying he's going to have a tournament.
Yeah, I'm in.
So we each get one of those.
Okay.
And then there is a letter.
Right, I remember that. Vaguely remember that.
There's
a knife on that desk there. I always keep a knife nearby just in case.
Just in case things get out of hand here during the show. This is a blade on him.
It used to be on my desk at Playboy, by the way, this knife.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that from the kitchen there?
It was.
Helped yourself to that knife?
I did. It's a great knife, man. Still sharp as hell all these years later.
Wow.
So here, I'm going to pass Andy the letter.
Okay.
To see if he wants to divulge
this is
all of it, or I don't know, I'll leave it up to you.
Quite a letter here. I'm not saying that in a bad way, but I don't know if we should abridge it. Hey, boners. This is just a small way to say thanks to you guys for being there for me this past year and a half. Whether it was making me cry by laughing so hard or just talking with me, it really has got me through some hard times. Thank you, man. We're happy to do that and be buddies. We're happy to buddy down with you. So for that, I thank you guys. Enough of the sad shit. Christmas has come early to the unholy trio of podcasting. In this box, there are 3 gifts. 2 of them will be obvious, but the third, not so much. I don't want to read it because he's starting to name what he gave everyone, so I don't want to read it.
Okay, so
should we? Chris first. What do you got there, Chris?
All right, so we got a couple of pop figures. The first one is Myron Sinbad from Jingle All the Way.
I've got that.
I'm not sure why he sent it to me, but I'm glad to have it, believe me.
I remember last year I went to buy one of my daughters something, and I saw that at this store. I'm like, I'm getting this. I can't not get this.
I had no idea you had that.
Yeah, I had to get it.
Love Sinbad. Andy and I went to go see him years ago.
Yeah.
Big fans.
I'm proud to have this.
I got Sinbad, Turbo Man, and Frasier in the same outing.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's funny how the Funko Pop figures have really
They're amazing.
Gotten into everything.
Yeah, there's no stone left unturned.
It's one of those things where they whoever created these probably had no idea they would be this popular and omnipresent.
Have you ever seen that movie, Jingle All the Way?
Me?
Yeah.
I have not.
I think you'd enjoy it.
I get the impression that I would. But anyway, there's a second pop figure in here that is from a movie I mentioned earlier, Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Oh, wow.
Linda Barrett, the fucking Phoebe Cates character.
Oh, very
in
cool.
her bikini there. Holy shit.
Look at that.
This is great, man.
Wow.
Here's what it says about Chris's. Chris was the most difficult, of course. I mean, my God, I didn't think it would be that difficult, but I should have known since it took forever for you to come around to me. There you go. I bestow upon you 2 Funkos, one of Lindy from Fast Times and the other of Myron from Jingle All the Way, so you can have a little Sinbad with you. There you go.
Yeah, these are great. Thank you. I have to make room for them up top on my assortment of these types of things.
Yeah, who's getting bumped? We'll see. Luke and Butch.
Luke and Butch might have to stand single file.
All right, Nick, do you want to open yours or should I open mine?
Well, I got mine pretty much open. I just haven't looked at what it is yet.
Go ahead.
Okay, it's clearly a DVD.
Okay.
And I know that image.
Okay, it says, Nick.
Yep, I know this.
I bestow upon you your favorite Christmas movie, The Cheaters.
Yes, 1945.
I was going to say, is it Nothing But Trouble on DVD, which I believe is a Flying Aaron's lyric?
It really is.
Nothing But Cheaters. No, this is a great movie. Perfect time to get it. I'll be starting to watch stuff like this pretty soon. Wow, and it's even got like the image printed on the disc. Because I know I'm pretty sure there's not an official release of this film.
Okay.
But this looks really good. So thank you very much.
Yeah, my
I'll be firing
on
this
this
up
holiday movie bracket, my favorite holiday movie of all time is on there. So I'm writing that in all the way to the final immediately.
Yeah.
All right, and then mine. Oh my God, this is real?
That's enormous.
I didn't peek down until now. Wow. I won't get a better present. I didn't know.
Got Turbo Man from Jingle All the Way.
Look at the size of that thing. So I said I have Turbo Man. I have the Turbo Man Funko Pop toy, which is what are those 4 inches? This is like an 18-inch.
Yeah, that's
full-size Turbo Man. Does it speak Spanish or does it speak English?
Is it gonna fall apart?
Yeah. Wow.
Like when Jim Belushi got one for him?
Yeah. That's amazing. Oh, my God. Battery's not included. Look at that. It actually makes noises, though. Electronic lights and sounds. Deluxe 13.5 inch. Sorry, I said 18.
And you know, if you want to complete your collection, I keep hearing on the radio all the time, they're selling boosters everywhere.
I don't need booster.
Oh, never mind.
We don't want it. We don't want it. Oh, let me see what Dustin said here. Andy, I bestow upon you your very own Turbo Man. Thank you so much. That's a great gift. That is.
I mean, that's like.
That's going on the mantle.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a thing of beauty.
Yeah, geez, it's impressive.
Let me see. Where did we leave off here? I hope you guys enjoyed these. I know it's not much. Oh, it is very much. But I just wanted to show my appreciation for you and that what you guys do really has an impact on a lot of people. So again, thank you. Keep on rocking. And if you don't like it, it's just the fucking way it is.
Well, we do.
No,
like
but
it,
even at our worst, we couldn't be big enough assholes to not like this stuff. But there's nothing not to like here.
This is great.
The generosity here is off the chart.
Yeah.
So.
What does Turbo Man have with him?
He's got his rocket pack.
Oh, wow.
And his, what is that called? Like his boomerang thing? Turbo ring? I forgot.
3 action accessories.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's great.
That thing's hilarious.
Yeah, jeez. That's incredible.
Have you ever seen that movie, Chris? Jingle All the Way?
Didn't Nick just ask me?
I did.
Oh, you did? I'm
but
sorry.
Andy,
I was
Andy was
reading.
skimming the letter.
Not seen it. No.
Okay, you've not seen it. Okay. I missed that. I think if it pops up on TV, it's worth checking out.
It's definitely sparked my curiosity.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
It's a great one. And then he says, P.S. Your brackets are in here as well. And Chris, I gave you one in case you change your mind. If not, Mrs. Jones can partake. So there you go.
Well, I'll do it. Like I said, my favorite is on here.
I remember what your favorite is. I won't say, but I remember what you
Yeah, that one.
I remember you saying what it was.
Just writing that all the way to the end. That's how I'll start it. And Christmas Story will not make it beyond the first round. That much I'll reveal.
Are you excited? Are you going to get HBO Plus so you can watch Christmas Story Christmas, the new movie starring the same cast this year?
I have HBO, but I will not be watching it.
Let me get your password.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have HBO.
Hand it over.
Yeah. I'm going to have to sign up so I can watch it.
Oh,
You
man.
can come down and watch in my basement, and I'll just be on the other level of the house.
Nowhere near.
Right.
Yeah.
I just have to tell Andy one of the first round battles here.
Okay.
This is not easy. We have A Christmas Story, which I know Andy likes and I like,
Yep.
going against Ernest Saves Christmas first round.
That's a no-brainer. Even if I liked A Christmas Story, come on now.
That's difficult.
That's a
Come
slam dunk
on.
for Ernest.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You would think. I mean, how many more accolades does A Christmas Story need?
Again, I won't say what Chris's favorite movie is, but very interesting film going up against it, which I wouldn't consider a Christmas movie, but I guess it sort of could be in a scene or, I don't know, maybe a couple scenes. It's been many years since I've seen it. Edward Scissorhands.
Huh. Does that qualify? I mean, if it's on the list, it does.
If
but
it's on the list, it's on the list.
And then,
Yeah.
you know, then we have, of course, the highly controversial Die Hard is on here.
Oh, yeah. People love
Yeah.
to debate that. Well,
Well, Christmas came early for us. These are some incredible gifts.
I guess we'll have to figure this out with Dustin, but how do you... It's just based on however many of these he puts out. Like, you know, these can't actually beat each other is what I'm saying. So, like, it has to be based on digital votes
I think so, yeah.
to see the ultimate Christmas movie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some interesting ones, some thinkers on here.
Okay. What's another one?
Well, one I've never heard of called Black Christmas.
At the Danzig Christmas
Dirty
movie.
Black Christmas. Yeah.
Danzig wearing a cowboy hat. He's a Christmas zombie elf.
Well, and I saw there was a movie coming out this year. A guy at work was telling me about it. Violent Night,
Ugh.
where Santa's basically a action hero.
I saw
Lame.
the trailer for
Yeah,
it. It's
you
got with David Harbour from Stranger Things, the cop from Stranger Things, is Santa in it.
Yeah, that's
Looks stupid. I watched whatever trailer it was. It was like an uncensored trailer. Whatever I forgot
Yeah.
the term for those, but yeah, I was like, this is dumb. I don't know. I understand, hey, art, right? Do whatever you want, and that's cool. But I just think it's stupid when there's Christmas movies like that. Just don't bother.
well, yeah.
No one wants to see that.
Some people probably do though.
I guess. It's
Of
just
course
dumb.
they do, but, you know.
Like that Goldberg scene I sent you guys,
Yeah.
where he's murdering Chris Kattan and Fran Drescher. That's got to be one of the worst
That was
scenes in
upsetting.
movie history.
That was upsetting. But this year, you've got we'll see how Christmas Story sort of sequel is going to pan out.
Is it on there?
No.
No, okay. I
don't
was
think
gonna say
so.
you can't have a new movie on there, right?
Tim Allen's writing again in the Santa Claus.
There's another one of those.
There's like a
out?
mini series coming out
Oh wow.
pretty
Be
soon.
avoiding that.
I told my mom, and she said, "No, I'll probably just watch the original."
Yeah.
I don't know if she wants to mess with it.
She doesn't need it.
No.
Well, after that third one with Martin Short. Martin
Was
Short.
that the
even-
third or was
I-
that the second?
I didn't even
That's
know
the
there was
third.
more than one.
There's three.
Yeah.
Completely detached from all of that and
Mar-
happy to be.
Martin Short, immensely brilliant, talented guy. Not in great movies all the time.
No, definitely made some questionable decisions, but
Look, I'm nobody, but I don't think Martin Short has ever even raised the corners of my mouth.
ever?
Ever.
In anything?
I don't think so.
I have to say,
All right.
in recent years, going back and like on YouTube, seeing collections of all things Jiminy Glick, I appreciate and admire how fast he is.
Okay.
And he says some genuinely hilarious things.
Yeah.
Really, I mean, like super quick
Okay.
with these people. Like, and you could tell it's pretty much all ad lib.
I think I was too young. Well, not too young,
mean-
but I think I was a teenager when that was on, and I just instantly turned it off because I
Yeah.
didn't like the way it looked.
Well, the character's terrible.
Yeah.
Like it's a terrible character, but some of the stuff he gets out of it
Yeah.
is pretty hilarious, actually. And if you think about it, that he's going toe to toe with all these professionals, these other performers,
Yeah.
and pretty much destroying all of them.
All right.
Except for maybe Seinfeld. Seinfeld maybe got the better of him.
Really?
Seinfeld and him went back and forth. I recommend that to anybody.
I'll check that out then.
That's
That'll be
pretty
my
good.
first watch of Jiminy Glick. Well, maybe I'll change my mind. All right. Do it.
But Dustin, thank you
Yeah,
so much.
thank you, Dustin.
I'm going to pop this in this weekend probably.
There you go. It's time. No more waiting around for Christmas, Nick.
No.
The radio's playing Christmas songs.
Yep.
That means you can watch Christmas movies. So
Now I'll be cranking it to my Phoebe Cates Funko doll, which is fully would be expected to do.
How does a Funko doll? How is a Funko doll proportioned in such a situation?
what do you mean?
What do you mean?
I'm just saying
With a
that's-
big head or
Yeah, like as far as the physique of a Funko Pop, because they're fairly plain. Do they
Well, look at it.
do they accentuate curves and things like that?
I mean,
here,
at it.
look at Seinfeld.
Look at
Look at Seinfeld. Look at
Okay.
Sinbad. He's got some curves on him.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there you go. All right. Well, I think that's all the time we have today.
Yeah, anything after that would be anticlimactic.
Yeah.
So, close out on a high note.
What a great group of presents here, Dustin. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, and thanks for the kind words. That is why we continue doing this nonsense. For hearing stuff like that makes it all worthwhile compared to all the complaining that went on for 2 months leading up to this. Fucking people need to put things in perspective. Take a cue from Dustin and conduct it yourself accordingly moving forward.
All right. Well, we'll be back next week with more Pod of Thunder.